No one expected what happened that night. Amara La Negra, glowing on stage with her signature confidence, looked straight into the camera and said, "There is no truth to these rumors." Her voice was calm, but the internet was already on fire. Moments later, Princess Love stormed onto the live set. Not with just words, but with receipts, screenshots, DMs, voicemails, all of it projected on a giant screen behind her. The audience gasped. The crew froze. And Amara? She didn't blink. At first, this wasn't just another love and hip-hop spat. This felt like betrayal, revenge, and public humiliation all rolled into one. Princess Love, known for keeping it. Classy was done playing nice, and she made sure the world knew everything. The room crackled with tension. "You want the truth?" Princess said, voice trembling with emotion. "Then let's give them the whole story." Fans are still reeling from what went down. Some are defending Amara. Others say Princess finally snapped for good reason. But everyone agrees. This is one of the most explosive reality TV moments ever broadcast. And it's only the beginning. The tension backstage was already boiling before the cameras even started rolling. Amara La Negra had been informed earlier that Princess Love might appear during the live taping, but she laughed it off. She's not going to do that. "It's just noise," she told her team, brushing it away as if it were a rumor she'd heard 1,000 times before. But somewhere deep down, a flicker of doubt started to form. The producers, meanwhile, had been scrambling. Ratings were dipping the past few weeks, and they needed something explosive. They didn't expect Princess Love to actually show up with what she claimed were undeniable receipts. But she did, and not only did she bring them, she demanded to present them live. As the stage lights warmed up and the intro music played, Amara adjusted her hair, exhaled deeply, and walked out with her usual confidence. She greeted the host with her megawatt, smiled, took her seat, and gave the audience that look that always said, "I own this." The crowd cheered, but a few whispers floated from the front row. "Did you hear about the texts?" one woman whispered to her friend. "It's about that Vegas weekend." The interview began normally enough. A few lighthearted questions, some laughter, a quick recap of her music and acting projects. But then, the host leaned in and said, "Amara, there's been some talk online. Fans want to know, what really happened between you and Ray J?" Amara's smile didn't fade, but her body shifted ever so slightly. "Nothing happened," she said, steady and direct. "We've worked together, yes. We've been on set. We've laughed and talked, but nothing romantic. Not now, not ever." And right on cue, the doors to the left of the stage opened, and Princess Love walked in. There was an audible gasp from the crowd. Amara's expression didn't change immediately, but her eyes narrowed for half a second. The host quickly stood to greet Princess, who looked stunning and unbothered, holding a manila envelope in one hand and her phone in the other. "I didn't come here to fight," Princess said as she sat down opposite Amara. "But I did come. Here to tell the truth." Amara crossed her arms. "Truth? Or just drama for clicks? You tell me," Princess replied, sliding the envelope onto the table. The host looked between the two women, sensing this was already beyond anything they rehearsed. "Princess, what is this?" "Proof," she said calmly. "DMs, messages, pictures, all showing a relationship between Amara and Ray J that went far beyond work." The audience erupted. Some clapped, others gasped. A few shouted things like, "Play the tape!" and "No way!" Amara leaned back, clearly trying to keep her cool. "So this is what we're doing now? Weaponizing gossip for ratings?" Princess raised an eyebrow. "You know, it's not gossip if it's true, and I have the timestamps to prove it." The host carefully opened the envelope, revealing printed screenshots of conversations. The cameras zoomed in on a few. The messages were flirty, suggestive, and definitely crossed boundaries. There was one image that especially caught everyone's eye. A blurry selfie that appeared to show Ray J and Amara in a hotel mirror, dated just 2 weeks after he and Princess had reportedly reconciled. Amara's voice finally cracked. "That picture isn't what it looks like. We were filming in Miami. It was late. We were both tired. It was nothing." Princess cut in. "He told me he loved me that same week, and you were posting heart emojis on his stories." The crowd murmured louder now. The tension was thick. You could feel everyone on the edge of their seats, waiting for Amara to snap or cry or deny it all. But instead, she laughed. "You know..." "What?" Amara said, leaning forward. I don't owe anyone an explanation. Not you, not the internet. If Ray J crossed a line, that's on him. I didn't make any promises to you, Princess. He did. Princess looked stunned for a second. So you admit it? You admit something happened? Amara's smile faded now. I admit that I was naive, that I thought our friendship was safe. But if he misled me or you, that's on him. Not me, the host tried to redirect. This is clearly emotional for both of you, but Princess, why now? Why go public? Princess took a deep breath. Because I'm tired of being the one who keeps quiet. Every time, I'm the one who's supposed to keep the peace, protect the image. Not this time. This time, I want people to see the truth for themselves. And then she held up her phone, opening her Instagram Live. We're going live, she said, facing the camera. Everyone watching, go ahead. Tell us what you think. Was this just a misunderstanding? Or is Amara hiding something? The chat exploded instantly. Comments scrolled like wildfire. Amara's guilty. Nah, Princess just bitter. Ray J messy for real. Amara didn't flinch. She looked straight into the camera and said, I have nothing to hide. But her voice trembled. And Princess noticed. The moment Amara said, I have nothing to hide, the audience caught it. That slight quiver in her voice. The kind of shake that happens when someone's holding back too much, for too long. And Princess? She didn't miss a beat. Her eyes locked onto Amara's, cold but calm, like a woman who knew her truth and was finally ready to weaponize it. If you've got nothing to hide, Princess said, holding her phone up to Amara's face, then tell the viewers what that hotel text meant. The one where Ray J said, last night was real, not TV. Amara blinked slowly. The crowd fell silent again. Even the host didn't interrupt. It was as if the whole room froze, waiting to see if Amara would come clean or combust. That message wasn't about us, Amara finally said. It was about a scene we filmed, an emotional one. He was talking about the chemistry. Princess laughed, not out of joy, but out of disbelief. Girl, chemistry is what you get in science class, not in hotel beds. Amara stood up. You know what? I don't need this. This whole thing is just you trying to get people to feel sorry for you again, trying to play the victim so you don't have to look in the mirror and see what part you played. In your own breakup, the studio gasped. A fan from the back yelled, Damn! Princess stood too. Oh, so now it's my fault he cheats? You sound just like every other side chick who thinks she's the main character. I'm not a side chick, Amara shouted. Then stop acting like one, Princess fired back. The host quickly stepped between them, holding out both hands. Ladies, please, this is not the place. But it was too late. The fire had already been lit, and on social media, it was spreading like gasoline. People on Twitter were already hashtagging Amara exposed and bro, Princess pulled up. Fan pages were posting side-by-side photos of Amara and Ray J at industry events. Now with suspicious glances, hand touches, and camera cuts that now looked a little too cozy. And in a separate room backstage, Ray J was watching everything unfold, his phone buzzing nonstop. Texts from producers, from his publicist, from his actual wife. He ran his hands down his face and whispered to himself, why did she go on live? Meanwhile, Amara was now off stage, pacing in heels and full glam, muttering, this is ridiculous. I'm not gonna let her destroy me over a friendship. But her assistant wasn't so sure. She kept glancing at her phone, whispering updates under her breath. It's everywhere now. TMZ just posted. Shade Room too. Amara whipped around. What did they post? The text, the blurry photo, and the video clip of you stuttering when Princess asked about the hotel. Amara groaned. They don't even care about the truth. They just want a headline. And then came the real blow. Princess had released another message. This one, a voicemail. Ray J's voice late at night, low and emotional. I wish I could just stay here with you. I feel free with you, Mara. Like I can breathe. The clip hit the internet like a grenade. Fans were split. Some blamed Ray J, calling him manipulative and dishonest. Others called out Amara, saying she crossed the line with a married man. But most just kept refreshing, needing more. In the dressing room next door, Princess sat in silence. No glam team, no entourage, just her phone, and that small, trembling smile of someone who was done hiding. She whispered to herself, they always paint me like the angry one. Not this time. The producers were scrambling now. Two had been on the phone with lawyers. One was trying to get Ray J on set for a last-minute appearance. "If he clears it up, maybe we can control the spin," someone said, but no one believed that. Back on stage, the host had regained composure. "We want to thank you for tuning in. This episode clearly took a turn, but we'll be back with more soon." But it wasn't over. Not even close. In the hours that followed, screenshots from an anonymous Instagram account began circulating. This account claimed to have even more evidence, including a short video allegedly showing Amara and Ray J kissing in a parking garage. No audio, just grainy footage. But enough for fans to scream, "Caught red-handed?" Amara responded on her own Instagram story saying, "You all really think I'd be that dumb? That's not even me. But go off, internet." But the comments under that post were brutal. "You deleted the pic with Ray J though. Girl, just admit it. It's okay, we still love the music. You too pretty for this mess." Amara turned off the comments. And Princess? She dropped a final message before logging off. The truth don't need a filter. Just when it seemed like the dust might settle, another twist dropped. Princess's best friend, a woman named Jasmine who used to work for Ray J's label, posted on Twitter, "Amara ain't the only one, but she's the one that got closest." And boom, the fire reignited. It was one sentence, 16 words, no pictures, no video, no emojis. Just a statement from someone who had once been part of the circle. Jasmine, Princess Love's longtime friend and a former employee at Ray J's label. Amara ain't the only one, but she's the one that got closest. The tweet exploded within minutes. Fans were losing it. Bloggers were on live. Reddit threads popped up dissecting every old clip of Amara and Ray J from award shows, reality episodes, even club appearances. Suddenly, everyone became an investigator. And Princess? She didn't say a word. She didn't have to. The silence from her account screamed louder than any rant could. Meanwhile, Amara was scrambling to control the narrative. She posted a video in her bathroom, hair tied up, no makeup, visibly upset. "I am not sleeping with Ray J. I've never had an affair with him. This whole thing is out of control and hurting people who don't deserve it. You all think you know everything, but you don't know me." But people weren't buying it. The comments were savage. "Girl, that's not a denial. That's a cover." Okay, but what about the voicemail? We've seen this movie before. Still, behind closed doors, the situation was spiraling faster than any of them expected. Ray J's manager was already in damage control mode, issuing a generic press statement. Ray J maintains a professional relationship with Amara La Negra. Any rumors beyond that are false and defamatory. But the streets weren't listening to legal jargon. At a local Miami bar, a group of fans watching a rebroadcast of the show were yelling at the screen. "Princess always had that sixth sense," one woman said. "She knew something wasn't right." "Amara messed up," her friend replied. "You don't play with a married man and think it won't get messy." In New York, Juju, who had stayed quiet through all of this, finally broke her silence with a cryptic Instagram caption under a selfie. "Loyalty ain't loud, but disloyalty always leaves evidence." That one line sent blogs into overdrive. Now, Juju's name was being dragged into it too. People started questioning if she had warned Amara or knew about the alleged flirtations. Some even speculated that Juju and Princess had teamed up behind the scenes to finally expose Amara. At this point, production crews from multiple reality franchises were begging the women to appear on camera for follow-ups. Deals were being offered, left and right. Instagram gossip pages were doing polls. Who do you believe, Amara or Princess? The poll results weren't looking good for Amara, but Amara wasn't done yet. She called up an old friend, her former publicist, Tasha, someone who had cleaned up scandals before. "I need help," Amara said, pacing in her apartment. "They're killing me out here. I didn't even do anything wrong." Tasha sighed. "You should have called me before it hit the fan. Now we're not cleaning, yet we're trying to survive a house fire. Just tell me what to do. You need to go quiet. Stop posting, stop reacting, let them talk themselves tired. And when it cools down, we'll drop your side in a controlled setting." Amara nodded, but her fingers kept twitching near her phone. "What if more stuff comes out?" Tasha's voice turned cold. "Then you better hope there's nothing worse than a voicemail." Meanwhile, Princess was on set at another shoot, calm but distant. Her team asked if she wanted to do a reaction post. Maybe go live again. She shook her head. I already said what I needed to say. They'll spin it if I keep talking. But Jasmine's tweet, someone started. Princess cut them off. Jasmine spoke for herself. I'm not feeding it. I'm healing. But even as she claimed healing, the hurt was real. In a private voice note to a friend, she broke down. I really thought we were friends. She held my baby. She knew how much I was trying to fix things with Ray, and the whole time, she was close to him like that? That voice note leaked too. And once again, the internet exploded. Twitter flooded with empathy for Princess. Comments like, this is what betrayal sounds like, and you can hear her heartbreak, dominated the feed. Suddenly, the narrative had shifted again. Now it wasn't just about cheating. It was about female betrayal. A sisterhood broken. Amara's team was rattled. Tasha called again, this time sounding urgent. We're getting swarmed. They found old footage of you saying Ray J was charming in an interview from 2 years ago. It's going viral. So I can't even compliment someone now, Amara snapped. Not when you're under fire for possibly ruining his marriage. I didn't ruin anything. They were already broken. Tasha cut her off. Amara, this isn't about facts. It's about perception. And right now, perception says you're the villain. Amara's hand shook as she dropped the call. Meanwhile, Ray J finally released a video of his own. In it, he looked tired, eyes puffy, lips dry. Look, I'm not proud of how everything's gone down. I take responsibility for a lot. But I never wanted to hurt anybody. Not Princess, not Amara, not my kids. And I'm gonna work on myself. He never said, I didn't do it. He never cleared Amara. And that silence, it sealed her fate in the public's eyes. Amara sat in the corner of her living room, phone in hand, replaying Ray J's video for the 5th time. Each time she heard him say, I never wanted to hurt anybody, her stomach turned. He didn't defend her. He didn't deny anything. He left her out to dry, in front of millions. Her phone buzzed again. It was another DM, this one from an anonymous account. It read, You think we don't have more? Keep lying. Attached was a blurry screenshot of what looked like a FaceTime call. Her and Ray J timestamped 6 months ago. Amara froze. Was it real? She couldn't even remember that night. And if it was real, who had been recording? Was it Ray J? Someone on his team? Meanwhile, Princess was being comforted by her sister Brandy. Not the singer, but her real-life older cousin. You don't need this circus, Brandy said, pulling her into a hug. You've been too calm, too forgiving. It's time to be done for good. What if he really didn't sleep with her? Princess whispered. Baby, does it even matter anymore? The way it looks is enough to burn it all down. The next morning, things got worse. A live video began circulating. Someone at a nightclub had caught Ray J and Amara dancing together. The video was a few months old, but showed Ray J leaning in too close, Amara laughing and touching his shoulder. It wasn't definitive, but it looked intimate. Blogs went wild, so this is what healing looks like? One caption read under Princess's photo. Amara knew what she was doing. She always plays the sweet girl role until she gets caught, another influencer said on her podcast. Amara wanted to scream. None of it was the whole truth. The video was from a mutual friend's birthday. There were tons of people there. But who would believe that now? She called Ray J. He didn't answer. She called again. Voicemail. On the 3rd try, he finally picked up. Don't call me, he said, low and tired. What? Are you serious? You're just gonna let me take the fall for everything? I can't talk right now. You already said enough by saying nothing. You know I didn't sleep with you. Amara, he sighed. What difference does it make now? It makes a difference to me? But he hung up. And that was the moment she knew. She had been used. Maybe not physically, but emotionally. Manipulated into thinking they were friends, allies, 2 people surviving fame together. But when the storm came, he left her in it. The next day, a press release from VH1 confirmed the worst. Amara La Negra had been dropped from her upcoming special. Due to unforeseen circumstances and ongoing public controversy, the statement read, the network has decided to postpone indefinitely. Her fans were furious. Her haters were celebrating, and Princess, she was now the face of strength, of survival. Memes started going viral comparing her to Beyoncé post-Lemonade. People began using her old crying clips with captions like, "This is what reclaiming your peace looks like." But not everyone was on her side. Some fans dug deeper. Too deep. They began accusing Princess of setting the whole thing up. What if she baited Amara to get close to Ray just to create a scandal for ratings? One TikToker speculated. Suddenly, both women were targets. The internet had no loyalty. Amara backed into a corner, made one final move. She called into a popular Instagram live hosted by gossip queen Natasha Shade. Over 100,000 people tuned in instantly. "Look," Amara began, voice trembling. "I never wanted to be in this situation. I considered Princess a friend. I've cried with her. I've watched her fight for her marriage. I admired her. And I would never disrespect her like that." Natasha raised an eyebrow. "So you're saying you never had any romantic involvement with Ray J?" "No, I didn't. He flirted, sure, but I never crossed that line." And the voicemail? I was telling him to stop playing with my name. He made a joke about how the world would believe anything. And I told him, "Don't joke like that. I'm not your side chick." It was sarcasm, taken completely out of context. Fans flooded the comment section. Some believed her, most didn't. And then, the real twist. Princess joined the live. "Amara," she said, face tight, eyes unreadable. "You want to tell me what Jules told Safari last month?" Amara blinked. "What?" he said. Ray admitted it. Said he told the boys on the Vegas trip it was more than just close. He bragged about it? That's not true. Then call him and ask. On speaker, right now. The live went silent. 100,000 people held their breath. "I'm not calling him," Amara whispered. "Exactly," Princess replied. And just like that, the court of public opinion delivered its final verdict. Amara was guilty in the eyes of the people, not because of evidence, but because of silence, because of hesitation. Because her defense didn't feel like truth, Natasha ended the live by thanking both women, but it was clear the damage was done. Hours after the live ended, Amara stared at her phone screen like it was a weapon. She watched the comments fly across her timeline, each one like a fresh dagger. If you didn't do anything, why not just call him? Silence is guilt. Princess didn't need receipts. Your face said it all. Even her verified supporters had gone quiet. Brands started pulling back. Her manager called her in a panic. "Amara, I need to know if there's anything else that's gonna drop. I can't help you if this spirals worse." She wanted to scream that she hadn't done anything. Not like they said. But the truth was, she didn't know what might come out anymore. Her privacy had been shredded. Every blurry photo, every old video, every interaction with Ray J was now being reanalyzed like it was part of a conspiracy. One clip from an old podcast where she joked about liking married men if they flirted first was suddenly viral, taken as proof of a pattern. She couldn't keep up with the damage control. Meanwhile, Princess was being praised by blogs and celebrities alike. Taraji P. Henson reposted a meme of her with the caption, "Never let them gaslight your truth." Cardi B tweeted, "Princess held it down like a queen. That's how you bring the heat and the truth." Fans were already calling for Princess to get her own spin-off show, but Princess didn't feel victorious. Behind the closed doors of her Beverly Hills condo, she sat alone, watching the replay of the live. Her hands were shaking. Yes, she'd gotten the upper hand. But at what cost? Did I go too far? She asked herself out loud, because the truth, the real truth, was more complicated than anyone knew. Yes, Ray J had admitted something to the guys. Yes, Jules had repeated it. But Princess never saw anything. And Amara had been a friend, someone who had held her hand during her postpartum struggles, someone who had confided in her about the pressure of being a black woman in a reality TV world designed to rip them apart. But when pain hits, loyalty gets blurry. And now, the media storm was turning into a hurricane. A new voice joined the narrative, Bobby Lights. On his live, he shared, "Y'all ain't heard the half of it. This drama between Amara and Princess been brewing since Miami. Y'all remember when Amara was supposed to be a bridesmaid and didn't show up? That was not by accident." Suddenly, everyone had a theory. Amara was jealous of Princess's brand. Princess always saw Amara as a threat. Ray J loved the attention and played them both. And just when the buzz almost started to settle, a new leak exploded everything. A full voicemail, not the clipped version from before. The whole thing. Someone anonymously sent it to Hollywood unlocked. "Look, Ray," Amara's voice said, calm but sharp. "I don't care what people think. But if you keep letting your wife go on live acting like I'm the villain, I swear I'm gonna tell everyone what really happened that night in Miami." That night in Miami. The internet melted. Down, blogs reposted it. Fans dissected every word. "She just admitted it!" People screamed. "She basically confirmed something did happen." Others argued it was manipulation, that she was bluffing to scare him. Ray J, finally cornered, posted a cryptic story. "Y'all believe what you want. I said what I said." No denial, no clarification, nothing. Amara's team begged her to do a full sit-down interview. "You need to take back the narrative," they insisted. But she was tired, broken. She hadn't eaten in days. She couldn't sleep without seeing the headlines in her mind. Finally, on a quiet Sunday morning, she opened her phone and went live. Over 300K people joined in less than 5 minutes. Amara looked drained, makeup-free, hair tied back. "I'm not gonna cry," she said. "Not for clicks, not for pity." She paused. "I made mistakes. I trusted people I shouldn't have. I let people too close who didn't have good intentions. But I never slept with a married man. I never betrayed a friend. And I'm tired of proving it to people who don't care about the truth." The comments rolled in. Some supportive, most not. "Stop playing the victim. We saw the receipts. Girl, bye." But one comment stood out. It was from Princess. She wrote, "I hear you." Amara stared at it. It wasn't an apology. It wasn't forgiveness. But it was something. That same day, VH1 released a teaser. Coming next month, Love and Hip Hop, The Fallout. The trailer was explosive, flashing images of confrontations, crying confessions, and one dramatic scene where Princess slams a folder full of documents on a table. "This is the truth," she says, "and the truth don't need to beg to be believed." Fans are already buzzing about the premiere, but behind the scenes, neither woman feels like a winner. Amara lost brand deals, public trust, and her sense of safety. Princess lost sleep, her sense of peace, and whatever emotional grip she had on Ray J, he walked away without a scratch, still getting booked for hosting gigs and podcast appearances, still playing both sides, still keeping everyone guessing. In the world of reality TV, the truth is never the end. It's just the next cliffhanger. And there you have it. A scandal that started as whispers in the shadows exploded into a live war watched by millions. What began as rumors quickly turned into full-blown receipts, accusations, and emotional confessions. Fans are still trying to figure out what's true, what's twisted, and who really crossed the line. Did Amara truly cross the boundary of friendship? Or is she just the latest target of a messy reality TV circus? Was Princess seeking justice? Or revenge? Revenge. One thing is certain, emotions ran high, friendships were tested, and fans were left completely divided. Behind the filters and flawless edits, this entire drama reminded everyone of one brutal truth. In the world of fame, the line between personal and public is thinner than ever. And once trust is broken, it's nearly impossible to rebuild. Now all eyes are on the next season of Love and Hip Hop. Will there be redemption, reconciliation, or an even deeper unraveling of the truth? We're all waiting for that one moment where everything clicks or explodes again. But now, we want to hear from you. Do you believe Amara's tearful denial? Or do Princess's receipts seal the deal? Was this all just a stunt for attention? Or a very real betrayal caught in real time? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Was justice served, or was someone set up? Make sure you hit that like button if this story had your jaw on the floor. Don't forget to subscribe for more explosive updates, shocking confrontations, and the truth behind your favorite reality stars. And remember, in this world, nothing stays hidden forever.